We breathe. We do not command this. The breath arrives on its own. It leaves on its own. It is a simple rhythm, a constant companion. It asks nothing of us. This breath shows us a truth. Life moves. It moves without our permission. The sun does not wait for our approval to rise. The seasons turn without our guidance. The river flows to the sea. It does not ask for our map. We do not own these movements. They are not ours to hold. There is a part of us that seeks to build walls, to draw maps, to name the unnameable. The part of us that loves control, that whispers plans and fears into the quiet moments. This inner architect has a name. We can call it the ego. And it's important to know, the ego is not a villain to be vanquished. It is not an enemy hiding within. It is simply a tool, a function of the mind, born out of a deep, primal need to survive, to make sense of a vast and chaotic world. It gives us an identity, a story to tell ourselves and the world. It gives us a name, a history woven from memories of sunlight and shadow, and a future, a horizon we are always walking toward. The ego is the constant voice in the head that says, I am this. I am a success. I am a failure. I am strong. I am weak. And just as powerfully, it says, I am not that. It draws a line in the sand, creating a self by separating it from everything else. It creates separation, me and the other, here and there, mine and not mine. And from this place of separation, the ego makes a profound promise. A promise whispered in our earliest moments and repeated every day since. It says, if you can just control your life, if you can arrange all the pieces perfectly, you will be safe. You will be happy. You will not suffer. This promise is so seductive. It feels like a blueprint for a life without pain. And so, we begin to construct our lives based on it. We build careers, relationships, and routines, all designed to uphold this feeling of control. We make plans for tomorrow, for next year, for a decade from now, believing that a well-laid plan is a fortress against uncertainty. We chase what feels good and run from what feels bad, all in service of the ego's promise. And yet, we build our lives on foundations we believe are solid rock. We draw up blueprints for happiness, for success, for a future we can hold in our minds like a precious object. We imagine a straight line from here to there, a life built to our exact specifications. We believe, for a time, that we are the sole architects of our reality. But life does not care for our blueprints. It is not a structure to be built, but a river to be navigated. It has its own intelligence, a vast, unknowable current that moves in ways we cannot predict, and certainly cannot command. It erodes the shorelines we thought were permanent. It carves new canyons where we had planned open fields. It follows a logic far older and deeper than our own desires. The body is a perfect teacher of this truth. It is our most intimate companion on this journey, and the first to whisper that our maps are not the territory. It changes, not with our permission, not on our schedule. The skin that was smooth and unwritten develops lines, a delicate map of laughter, of worry, of years spent squinting into the sun. Each line a story the ego did not write. The hair that was dark turns to silver. First one, a surprise in the mirror, then a scattering, like frost, and then a crown of light we never asked for, but which arrives all the same. The energy that was boundless, that felt like an infinite wellspring, begins to wane. The mornings take longer to arrive. The evenings call for rest sooner. The body asks for a quiet pace, a gentler rhythm. These are not mistakes. They are not failures of the plan. They are simply the natural, graceful unfolding of form, the turning of a season, the body speaking the language of impermanence. And this unfolding happens not just within us, but around us. An empty chair now sits at the dinner table, a silent space where laughter once lived. A familiar voice, a constant presence in our lives, is no longer on the other end of the phone. The contact remains in our list, a ghost in the machine. a name without a sound. These are not punishments. They are the tides of human connection, forever flowing in and out. We are not islands, but our shores are constantly being reshaped by the comings and goings of others. We forget that the people we love are vast, mysterious beings on their own journeys, with their own currents to follow. Their paths converge with ours for a time, a beautiful, sacred intersection. But their journey is not ours to control. These moments, the changing body, the empty chair, the silent phone, are the first small cracks in the illusion of control. They are not loud explosions that shatter our world in an instant. They are quiet fissures, hairline fractures in the smooth facade of the life we thought we were building. A faded photograph that brings a sudden, sharp ache for a time that is gone forever. A long, empty afternoon, when the silence of the house feels heavier than usual. A feeling of weariness that has no clear source, a deep sigh from a place beyond thought. A sudden awareness of the immense effort it takes to hold everything together. These are the messengers, the quiet invitations to look deeper. Through these cracks, a different kind of light can begin to enter. A light that is not the harsh glare of the ego's judgment, which demands answers and assigns blame. It is not the spotlight of ambition, always pushing for more. It is a softer, gentler illumination. The quiet light of dawn, the glow of a candle in a dark room. The light of simple, open awareness. A light that doesn't demand that we fix the cracks, but instead reveals the beauty in their existence. There is a deep tiredness that settles not just in the body, but in the very marrow of your being. It's a weariness of the spirit, a subtle ache behind the eyes that no amount of sleep can seem to touch. This is the exhaustion that comes from holding on too tight. From clenching your fist around moments, people, and ideas, trying to keep them exactly as they are. It's the quiet, constant effort of resisting the natural flow of life. The effort of trying to keep the river from flowing, building dams out of worry and control. The strain of trying to hold a bird in your hand, believing your tight grip is what keeps it safe, when in reality, it is what prevents it from singing. But this struggle only deepens the exhaustion. The more we resist, the more tired we become. We find ourselves trapped in a loop of effort and fatigue, a cycle that feels impossible to break. But what if this feeling of being worn down isn't a failure? What if it is a quiet signal, a loving message from a deeper part of you, a part that knows a different way? It doesn't shout or demand. It simply whispers in the space between breaths. Let go. Let go of the need to know what comes next. Let go of the story of who you think you should be. Let go of the weight you've been carrying for so long. You can rest now. Feel the tension in your shoulders. And with your next exhale, just allow them to soften, to drop. Notice the tightness in your jaw, and let it release. Unclench your hands. Let your fingers rest, open and empty. This is the practice. It is this simple. Imagine yourself in a small boat on a vast moving river. For so long, you have been rowing frantically, with all your might, against a powerful current. Your muscles burn. Your breath is short. You are focused only on the struggle, on not being swept away. You believe this fight is necessary for survival. Now, consider what happens if you just stop. Surrender is the moment you stop rowing. You gently place the oars inside the boat. At first, there might be fear. The boat turns and begins to drift. You are no longer in control of the direction. But then, something else happens. You feel the gentle rocking of the water. You notice the sky above, the clouds drifting. You hear the sound of the river, not as an adversary, but as a companion. The current that you fought so hard against is now carrying you. It was never your enemy. It was always just the way home. There is no final destination on this journey. There is no grand prize at the end. It is in the ceasing of the need to arrive anywhere at all. It is the realization that this moment, right here, is all there is. This is it. And it is enough. So we end here, in the quiet. There is no final instruction. There is no call to action. The work, if you can call it that, is simply to be. Let it be enough.